This week will be a tremendous challenge. This might be as talented a team as we've played since I've been here. Defensively, they've got multiple first-round draft picks, and offensively, they've got a great deal of skill. I think their running backs and receivers are as good as anybody in the country. So, be a huge challenge.
Defense.
Yeah, I mean, he plays some. He's a very accurate thrower. He's probably not as much of a dual threat as Kelly is, but he's a really good player, very accurate, and throws a really nice ball.
What challenges do they present?
Well, they're pretty good. I mean, they've probably got 3, maybe 4 first-round draft picks up there on the defensive line. So there won't be many teams that will ever have that. The challenge becomes just trying to find a way to block them or read them to get to the second level. But hopefully with the nature of what we do, we won't have to block all those guys, and maybe we'll be able to double some of them.
Idea of what you might be able to have successful?
You always got a chance. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. But they're a really good team. We'll have to play better than we've played to this point. And, if you do that and you execute, you've got a chance. I think the nature of what we do gives you a little bit of a chance as opposed to have to line up in I formation and block all those guys or, pass block. They haven't given up very much. And like the Texas A&M game when you watch, one was busted coverage and one was a deflection off another guy in the end zone that a guy in the end zone caught. And really the other touchdown they had probably should have been an interception. It went through the guy from Clemson's hands. So they haven't given up a whole lot.
See out of him and how he demonstrates.
Well, he's very competitive and he's a tough kid. I mean, you can't play on this level at 180 pounds and take the shots that he takes and do that without being a tough kid. And he loves to play the game. He doesn't shy away from anything. I wish he would shy away from more contact sometimes. He needs to step out of bounds or slide when we've talked to him about that. But, he played last week and he probably wasn't 100% healthy, but he went out and played,
Does he have a chance against Clemson?
Well, I think we just got to be consistent. You've got to take care of the ball, and we got to play with some consistency. You're not going to beat a team as good as Clemson if you go out there and turn the ball over. And when you get a chance to make plays, we got to make them. I mean, we had 2 or 3 shots the other day that could have been home run plays, touchdowns, and we missed them. Some wasn't his fault. The first pass we got knocked back on the right side, and he couldn't set his feet to throw it. The second one, we just need to make a play. It hit Brad in the hands, but it was been a really hard catch. A little better throw. That was a clean pocket. The one to Jalen in the third quarter, he could have made a little better throw, but we got to make that play. And if we go higher and run the route better, he's going to be all by himself. There was another third down play where we got stopped, where they turned a guy loose on a crossing route, and one of the linemen lost his guy, and the back had to pick him up, and he got sacked. So some of those plays, if you make 2 of those 5, it's a whole different game. And for us right now, we're not making many of them. And it's not Taquan. It's everybody.
As you have now in terms of attacking them?
They're going to probably determine who has the ball with what we do. And, up there a year ago, we played really poorly in the first half again. The conditions were rough. And, I think the first series we fumbled the ball. And that's the stuff you can't do. We just got to execute our stuff. We got a system. You turn on the tape, and the kids can watch it. They turn on the tape. They understand. They know. We can see when we turn it on why it's not working and why it is, So we just got to do better.
Potential still here for this team?
I think this team still has a chance to be pretty good. I mean, it's like we've played 3 games, and you know, we knew going in that we had a very tough schedule. I think it was rated 2nd or 3rd in the country, and we've dug ourselves a hole, just like we dug ourselves a hole in the last game. We've dug ourselves a hole because, you know, my opinion, I think we should have won the last 2 games. Now, if you ask Charlie or Pat, they would tell you they think they should have won the game, and they did. But we didn't get it done. For whatever reason, we didn't do enough to win the game. Now, we still got 9 games left, so you know, we still got a chance. It's like, but you got to go one game at a time. You don't give up. You just keep plugging. And like I told our team this week, our challenge this week is to get better and get consistent and play better. And then we'll see what happens with the result. But that's all you can do. I mean, you look, not very many people have had a lot of success against Clemson in the last 3 or 4 years.